All right, so let's review our shell voicings, right? We're using the shell voicings because we want to free the right hand up to give us more colors in our chords, right? Usually shell voicings are going to be your third and your seventh of a chord. So if we want to play a shell voicing on a C minor, for instance, right? We know that C minor 7. So we're just going to play the E flat and the B flat. That's our shell. We can play it like this or like that. If we want to play C major 7, right? Well, the third and the seventh are our shell voicing. We can play it like this or like that, right? Left hand only, of course. And how about if we have a C dominant 7th, your third and your seventh, right? This is the interval known as the tritone, right? And you can move back and forth. All right, so let's find those thirds and sevenths on a G minor. Here's G minor 7. Right? And we want to just play the third and the seventh. Now let's find the third and the seventh on a C dominant 7. We did this one already, right? So notice that the G minor 7 and the C7 can be played with minimal movement. All right, let's find the shell voicings for an F major 7. Right, we have our third and our seventh. Right? We can play them, right, in different orders. So we have our G minor 7, our C dominant 7, and our F major 7. But when we play them with shell voicings, we have G minor 7, we have C7, and we have F major 7. Third and seventh of G minor 7, third and seventh of C dominant 7, third and seventh of F major 7. So immediately we have a nice sound. Right, you want to find these shell voicings in different keys. So let's go to the key of B flat, right? So in the key of B flat, we're going to use the C minor. Here's our third and seventh. We're going to use our F7. Here's our third and seventh. And we're going to use our B flat major 7. Here's our third and seventh. So in the key of B flat, we're going to play C minor 7, F dominant 7, B flat major 7. And now we want to use shell voicing. So here's the shell for C minor. Here's the shell for F7. And here's the shell for B flat major 7. The third and the flat 7 of C minor, the third and the flat 7 of F, the third and the major 7 of B flat major 7. Again, we can take this E flat and B flat and we can play it up here. So now we need A and E flat for the F7. And now we need A and D for the B flat major 7. All right, so you get a nice compact sound. Of course, your bass player is playing the bass notes. All right, so that works. Again, for any minor 7, you take, I'm going to go back to G minor 7. You take your 3rd and your 7th, and you play just that. For any dominant 7, same concept. You take your 3rd and your 7th. Remember that we can flip them. So I'm going to flip it up here. And then for any major 7, F major 7, we can do the same. 3rd and 7th. G minor 7, C7, F major 7. All right, so notice that now in this episode, we're in deeper waters, but still, everything is still pretty much easy. As far as once you know this, you're going to be in a good place. So here's what we want to do. Let's add some upper structures to these notes. Right? On minor 7s, you have options. So on this G minor 7, we can play, right, over the D, right? We can play a D minor, an F major, right? Or an A minor. All right? So I'm playing off of the 5th, right? Off of the 5th of the minor chord. I'm playing a D minor, right? Off of the 5th, I can play, right, an F major. Here's my F major first inversion. Or over the G minor, based off of this 5th, I can play an A minor. That's going to sound like this. Different sound. Right, so now I have some options here on my minor chords. So what did I do? Off of the 5th of G minor 7, which is D, I built a chord on D, a chord on F, a major chord, and a minor chord on A. All right, let's move to the dominant 7. On the dominant 7, we have some nice options. Let's go from the G minor to C7. We're going to play our tritone or our shell. Now, off of the dominant chord on the 6th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to play a minor chord. And over the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can also play a minor chord. right? Okay. Okay, so I'm playing a minor chord on the 6th and a minor chord on the 5th. So if I play my G minor 7, I'm going to get this sound. And on my C7, I'm going to get this sound. On my G minor 7, I'm going to get this sound. And on the C7, I'm going to get this sound. Okay, so everything's starting to come together now. You also have some options. I'll throw them out there for the dominant chord. Based off of the sharp 5, and you get an altered sound, right? Off the sharp 5. So if we go to our G minor again, we have our options here. And off of this C, we have this sharp 5 chord, major. Right, so we got some nice options there. And then the final chord is your major 7. So on the major 7, of course, we're going to go from a G, C7 to an F. Right? So there's my shell voicing. And over this F major 7 on the 5th, okay? On the 5th, I could play a chord. So I'm going to play C major, C major, C major, right? So we have our F major 7 chord, and we're gonna play a major triad built off of the 5th, and now we're gonna strip away all the extra notes, stay with our shell voicing. You hear the difference in sound. All right, we got G minor 7, we got C, and we got F major. We got G minor 7, we got C7, right? That's with the sharp 5, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5. I'm building a major triad. And then we have our F major 7. G minor 7 again. C7. So I did both now. The sharp 5, the minor 6, the minor 5. And then my F major 7 with a major chord built off of the 5th. Now on that major, you can have something a little more colorful, and you can play a major chord based on the 2nd. So we can play a G major. Hear that sound? My shell and a major triad built on the 2nd of F. G minor, C7, and my F major 7. Right? So I did C majors first, G majors. And that G major over the F gives you what is known as the Lydian sound, right? So it gives you just a little more exotic sound. Right? A minor, and then I slip. A flat minor, G minor. Right? The G major first, and then the C major. So hopefully that this will open you up, giving you real flavor, right? You don't have to know a ton of theory or memorize a million notes, right? These are the patterns that are found in music, and when we know these patterns, when we memorize these patterns, and when we practice these patterns, they'll show up in our playing. Right? So these are one of the secret weapons for sounding pro pretty quickly. Keep practicing all of this slowly. Don't be afraid to experiment with other chords in the right hand, and of course, leave a comment, drop a comment below if this helped you to unlock a better, cleaner way to play. See you next time on this Chord Builder series, because we have a lot more coming.